dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. I-75 southbound is back open tonight after a major crash left traffic backed up for miles. The interstate was closed at the 53.6 mile marker after a crash involving two semi-trucks. Officials said one truck was carrying 6 other trucks that flipped over the center wall. Thankfully, according to police, there were no injuries reported. A Jacksboro man died after losing control of his car and crashing in Campbell County Friday night. Police say 30-year-old Jack Anthony Wallace was driving at approximately 70 miles per hour when he lost control and ran off the left side of the roadway on Claiborne Road just past South High Knob Highway. Patrol said Wallace attempted to correct the vehicle to get back onto the road, but it rolled over and struck a utility pole. Police say Wallace died at the hospital from his injuries. We now know the names of the 6 individuals who died in the Logan County, West Virginia helicopter crash. Their names were released Saturday by the West Virginia State Police. John Nagel II, Donald Santoff, Kevin Warren, Carolyn O'Connor, Marvin Bledsoe, and Jack Collins were all honored tonight at the Logan Freedom Festival in West Virginia. 6 chairs were placed on stage in their memory, and flowers were placed on each of the chairs. Funeral arrangements for the Kentucky power worker who died have been announced. Visitation for Wallace Wu Melton Jr. will be at the Ingle Bowling Funeral Home on Monday, June 27th from 6 to 9 p.m. The funeral service will be on Tuesday, June 28th at 1 p.m. at the Ingle Bowling Funeral Home. The burial will follow in the Adams Lewis Cemetery located in the Viper community. Melton Jr. died after his Kentucky power truck went over an embankment in the Viper community.
Well, most of us are quiet tonight after showers and storms rolled through the area earlier today. Let's take a look over at I-75 in Mount Vernon. All is quiet in that location. Clear skies so far over in Rockcastle County. Current temperatures in the upper 60s to upper 70s, 68 here in Hazard, 63 in Clintonwood, 71 in Jackson, and 78 over in London. Dew points tonight are muggy in the upper 60s and lower 70s, so we are watching out for possibly some fog tonight as those dew points and temperatures are both in the upper 60s and lower 70s. Up on Pinpoint Doppler, we are dry at this hour. We did have multiple showers and thunderstorms roll across the mountains earlier today, but right now all is quiet. Maybe a stray shower overnight tonight. Most of us will be dry, but we are watching out for more showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, and some of those could be strong to severe. I have that complete forecast coming up in just a little bit. Keaton.
Thank you, Cameron. Amateur radio, also known as ham radio, is a hobby and a service practiced by people across the world, and today several ham radio buffs came together in Whitesburg not only to bond over a shared love but to inform others on the significance ham radio has within our society. WYMT's Alyssa Williams spoke to those with the Kentucky Mountains Amateur Radio Club to learn more.
CQ, field A test, CQ, field A test.
A pastime that is more than just pastime.
One of the sayings is, when all else fails, amateur radio works.
To ensure they're ready in case disaster strikes, several members of the Kentucky Mountains Amateur Radio Club gathered in Whitesburg on Saturday.
And this is an event where we practice coming out, setting up, running off battery power. Once we're on battery power, we're making those contacts, and what the reason we do this is in case there's ever a natural disaster, the ARRL wants us to interface with county governments, state governments, and local governments.
But ham radio can also benefit us for severe weather, providing a sky-worn net to work alongside the National Weather Service to provide real-time updates.
It gets upgraded as warnings come in. As they go away, it'll get downgraded, but we're usually there and on top of the weather, trying to stay ahead of it, make sure everybody stays safe.
Events like Saturday's Amateur Radio Field Day also serve as a way to keep others informed on the club's mission.
We do have an aging population of ham radio operators, but I think it's important for the public to understand what role we're playing here in the grand scheme of things.
Aside from promoting their main purpose, those with the club say the amateur radio club is a community like no other.
Everybody is just, it's like one big happy family, and everybody's so nice and friendly and helpful, and it's a great hobby to get into.
Coming together to ensure they're prepared to help when we need them most. In Whitesburg, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Those with the Kentucky Mountains Amateur Radio Club say they will meet with one another once a month, but they will be hosting a community event in August called Hamfest. Folks in Prestonsburg hit the water this morning for the Lavisa Fork Paddlefest, but this time with a twist. The Lavisa Fork Paddlefest normally starts in downtown Prestonsburg and follows the Lavisa Fork of the Big Sandy River. Today, because of low water levels on the river as well as downed trees following past thunderstorms and high winds, Paddlefest was moved to Dewey Lake and set sail at the boat ramp near Dewey Lagoon. Officials say they made the route a bit shorter due to the differences in currents on the two bodies of water, but folks were excited to hit the lake and have some fun.
Last month in May, we kicked it off on the Lavisa Fork. We went our normal 8.2 miles. This month, we're here on Dewey Lake, where we're abbreviating it a little bit and doing 3 miles because it's quite different on still water than on water with currents, for sure.
Folks also enjoyed a lunch catered by a local restaurant, and the Prestonsburg Fire Department's Water Rescue Squad was on the scene leading the excursion and ensuring folks were safe while they were out and about on the water. Lawrence County is hosting its inaugural Burger Week this week. 12 restaurants are participating, each creating their own special flavor. Chairman of the Lawrence County Tourism Commission, Wes Kingsmore, says this is an opportunity to support local businesses.
We're trying to do something to give them a little bit of a kick. With food costs going up, I was told by one of the restaurant owners yesterday that their bun cost was going to double next month. So, when you're facing that kind of stuff, we need to get as much interest as possible.
Customers can participate in a raffle after buying a Burger Week product for a chance at winning a prize at the end of the week. A Lexington women's recovery home is picking up the pieces today after a fire damaged their building. The fire started in the kitchen yesterday at the Hope Center Recovery Center, damaging the freezer and other appliances. Katie Vogel at the Hope Center says that they usually serve about 100 women 3 meals a day out of that kitchen.
There was certainly some tension when I was here last night because people just didn't know quite yet what the implications were going to be from this fire. But I also felt a sense of relief that no one was hurt, that everyone was okay, and that, at that point it's replaceable equipment. All of our clients, all of our staff were unharmed, and we're very thankful for that.
They hope that the community will help by making financial donations or donating canned goods, drinks, or meals. Coming up at 11, pride advocates in Lexington voice their concern that their rights could be at risk after Roe v. Wade is overturned.
And a cold front will bring showers and storms to the mountains on Sunday, and some of those could be strong. I have your full forecast coming up.